Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my must-have mods that are compatible with the newest updates. Even if you've updated it for Get Famous and some of your mods have broken, all of these mods are updated so they won't break your game, they won't mess about with anything, it's all fine to use. The first mod that I have to show you is actually in Create a Sim, and it's technically two mods in one. You download them both from the same page, but it's my grey background, which kind of looks a little bit weird and it looks a little bit monochrome, but I really enjoy this. Okay, I switched it out from the pink to the grey with the new update. New update, new me. So this is basically it. It's just grey. It works really well for me because obviously I take a lot of pictures in Create a Sim, so I edit a lot of pictures and I need a kind of plain background to just delete it all really quickly. And this one is great. All of the simple just ones are really nice. I prefer a simple, clean Create a Sim than something that's really busy. And then there's also the immersive lighting and the no backlight that I have installed as well. So it means with the backlight there'll be kind of a white trim on his shoulders because the lights come from behind. This just cancels that, and it's a bit of an overhaul with the lighting, so the lighting's just generally better. However, I have a reshade on right now, so this is what it looks like without the reshade. Mine is helped by a reshade because I like mine to look a little bit more saturated and a little bit more sharp. So this is what it would look like without actually having the reshade on, which is still pretty great. It's just a little bit less saturated. Next up, which I actually, as I was making this sim, I was like, I haven't updated this, but I can't be bothered now. I'm just going to show you because I definitely know that it works. It's the 4 columns in Create a Sim mod, which it does what it says on the tin. It's 4 columns in Create a Sim. It's really useful. I can't go back to just 2 columns now because there's so many things with all of the expansion packs coming out that it's just easier to see them all on 4 columns. So it works for everything. For hairs, you'll get it on 4 columns as well. Every single item, it'll be on 4 columns. It makes life a lot easier and it makes you spend a lot less time just searching for stuff. So those are the 2 mods in Create a Sim that I have to show you. Traits and aspirations, the custom ones, all should still work because mostly they're all package files. Unfortunately, I didn't know that before I deleted all of my mods, so I don't have any, but if you do, don't worry about your traits. They should all be sound. I just haven't included any because I deleted them all and I shouldn't have done. But now let's jump into game and discover some more must-have mods. So the first mod that I have to show you, I'm not going to go too in depth about it because you've probably heard people go in depth about it a million times before, so I'm just going to give a very brief overview of it, and that is MC Command Center, which essentially is the story progression that you had from The Sims 3. There's a mod for it, so it's in The Sims 4, so other households will still grow up, they'll have babies and everything else without your input. However, it does require a little bit of tuning. You do have to go through the settings and mess about with it a little bit by yourself and figure it all out on what you want, but it is really good. You can populate a full town this way, but it also serves a lot of other purposes. So we have cheats here. You can change your Sim's mood, so I could change it into an embarrassed mood or an angry mood. I can increase retail points, satisfaction points, make her happy, increase funds, skill cheats. I can change any outfit, I can randomize anything, can turn her into a vampire, modify and create Sim, set her age. There's so many different things to do with this. It is a very, very powerful mod. It's one of the biggest, and I would recommend staying away from this if you have a lower end computer and your game tends to lag, because I could never play with MC Command Center in my game. But something that's good about this as well is you can pick and choose. So if you did really want this and you wanted to be able to just quickly access the cheats, you can only install certain part of the mods. So these are all of the things that are currently installed in it, and if I just wanted to have cheats, I could literally delete everything else in here apart from MC Command Center package in Sims 4 script if I wanted to keep cheats, but I'd delete everything else. So you can just play with certain ones installed just as long as those 2 main ones are installed along with it. Next up is the True Happiness mod, which kind of does exactly what it says on the tin. It's not a groundbreaking mod in the terms of that it doesn't necessarily change your game massively. It's just kind of a subtle change that I do really enjoy. So as you can see, my Sim's just standing here, nothing's really happening, no event has happened to make her feel happy. Therefore, the green mood, which tends to be the default mood, is just fine now. It's not happy because your Sim's just fine. She's not going to be happy if she's just standing in the kitchen wondering why she's been sent there. So this makes it so actual events that are good, like getting married, hugging your child, doing nice interactions, will make you happy, where day-to-day life such as cleaning the kitchen will just leave you in a fine mood and not necessarily a happy one, which is only a small difference, and I know some people might not even be bothered about it, but it's little things like that that really add the realism for me. And another quick one that I know is going to make a massive difference to everybody and everybody's going to want it is the faster eating and drinking mod, which is a staple in my game and I've had it installed for so long and I can't imagine living without it. Your Sims just eat and drink a lot faster, which is very necessary for me, especially when I've got more than just one Sim and I have to get them all ready on a morning to go to school and go to work. I do quite like living a family life in The Sims 4, so I like to do everything properly. I like to have everyone fed and watered before they go to school and or work. This just helps a lot because your Sims just get through things so much faster and you can actually spend time doing other things in the morning. Because previously all of my mornings used to be rushed and I just used to cheat cheat, but now that we don't have UI cheats extension mod until after the expansion pack's out, I can't cope, so this mod definitely helps. Another little mod is the center bed mod, which kind of sounds a little bit useless, but I promise you it's not. I'm controlling my main sim here, Natasha. She has a daughter called Rebecca. I can click on this bed, click center bed, and I can send Rebecca to bed, and it's that easy. It kind of sounds like what's the point, but when you have a big household and you're controlling so many people, it's just easy to control one sim and send everybody to bed. You can also send people that are at the house but not necessarily part of the family, the controllable family. You can also send them to bed as well, which is a lifesaver when you have someone sleeping around and they spend the full night awake and you can't triple speed past them being there. Stuff like this, it just fixes it. But also MC Command Center will come in useful in that kind of situation because you can just go and cheat, make them leave. So that's that little mod. Next up is the Go Explore mod, which if anybody watched my Unpopular Sims 4 opinions video, a lot of you agreed with me that in The Sims 3, rabbit holes weren't that much of an issue, and for me, clicking on a rabbit hole and setting a sim there was believable enough for me, and that really made me feel like my sim was actually going somewhere. And in The Sims 4, we're a little bit limited because we have to go everywhere with our sims. We can't just send them off and let them do what they want. But the Go Explore mod counteracts this, and it's amazing, and I want you all to try it. So all you have to do, click on your sim, click Explore, and you can do so many things. You can go to the day spa, you can do some temporary work, a babysitting service, a mowing service, you can go on a vacation spot, you can go to different attractions like the gym, hiking some mountains, some bowling lanes, and you can go to places to shop as well, which is absolutely great. So for me, it just gives your sims a little extra something to do in the day-to-day lives, which tend to be quite boring because I don't want to sit through a dine out experience. It always takes so long and there's always something that messes it up. So this just solves it easily, and your sims can go and do stuff and have fun and make friends and make memories, and we don't have to control them. It's great. Next up is the Slice of Life mod, which I really love. I absolutely love this mod. It just adds a little bit more interaction within your game. So for example, your sims will react to how they're feeling. So as you can see here, they get teary eyes when they're feeling sad, a blushy face when they're feeling flirty, which is so cute, and embarrassed, and they get red cheeks when drunk. And other things like you can have actual pimples when having acne, you have gaps when you lose your teeth. Sims can get drunk in the game. Getting juiced is finally coming back to The Sims 4. You can lose teeth, which obviously is a part of growing up. You can also use the phone to text people and play games and use apps and everything like that. It's the little slice of realness that you desperately need in the game, because we did get acne, but it was just an overlay where this kind of, it brings it as real acne, and your children lose teeth when they're growing up, and it's so cute. And I love this. I love, honestly, this mod is by Kawaii Stacy, and if you're ever into like gameplay mods that make your game feel a little bit more like Generations from The Sims 3, definitely check her mods out because I mentioned them a lot in this video. Next up is just a little event mod, which I think is absolutely brilliant and amazing, and it makes me feel a lot better about The Sims 4 seasons, and that is the Christmas, oh, I've clicked the wrong thing, the Christmas party event. It just works like a normal event. You just click here to plan a social event, and if you see, it'll come up here, Christmas party. It's just a normal one. We need a host, 2 guests, and we need to have someone as Father Winter, obviously, so I'm just making Victor Feng Father Winter. We can select it our own house, and then, okay, I've clearly lost some custom content along the way, but let's just ignore that, okay? Let's just pretend that didn't happen. So we'll have goals up here, so socialize with guests, give gifts, tell jokes, add presents. And for me, this just kind of adds something that The Sims 4 Seasons was missing, because it is great. It is absolutely amazing, The Sims 4 Seasons, and I love this calendar and everything like that, but I really miss in The Sims 3 that it really did feel like Christmas Day, where it doesn't really in The Sims 4, and I think that's because we had seasonal parks and we had actual proper event days in The Sims 3, where in The Sims 4 it's kind of lacking that. So Kawaii Stacy has served us this amazing mod where we can have our own Christmas parties, which is what I love, because unless someone's making me do something, I won't really do it. So yeah, they might have a little pop-up thing saying it's Christmas Day, but like, am I really going to be that invested unless I have to make it a competition? No, I'm not. So this is great because it makes it that competition that I love. Excuse the fact that I'm in a dressing gown right now, but honestly I'm in sleep mode because I've just recorded this full video and realised I forgot to include this mod, and I can't end this video without you knowing about this mod. So this mod is the Random Traits and Aspirations mod, which is one of my most favourite mods in the game ever that's ever been created. And essentially what it is the random trait style from The Sims 3 is kind of adapted for that for The Sims 4. So when your child or toddler grows up to the next life state, the traits will randomly generate themselves. However, it doesn't do it in Create a Sim. As much as I wish it did, you can't randomize traits in Create a Sim. That would be an amazing mod if that happened, but this is just for in-game when you have a baby or when your child grows up. It's just the next life stage that that it randomizes the traits. So I think it's a really, really good mod because for me, there isn't that many traits at all in The Sims. So this is a great way to make your game feel a little bit different rather than the same old, because I always make the perfect children when I get the chance to randomize them traits. And now my games are a little bit more spicy is the word I was going to go for. So you know what, I'm going to use it. Makes the gameplay a little bit more spicy because all of my kids are different. So that is that mod, the random traits and aspirations mod. I definitely recommend you go download that. I'm going to end this video here. If you're not already subscribed, please do. My social links will be put on the top somewhere here. I also have a personal Instagram, which is at jessemcnamarax. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on there and find out more about my life. I kind of want to make it to 20,000 before Christmas. So yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.